because this conversation is going to be therapy in real life. And we all need to check in. Y'all done checked in on yourselves recently? And maybe, okay, here are a couple people. No, I see some no's. At least you honest. Me either. But today, we're going to check in, sis. So you guys know the column, and now it's live. This is therapy in real life, brought to life right here on the stage. We're doing this together. So raise your hand if you feel it. Raise your hand if you feel like this is a safe space, a collective space to have conversation. Okay, by the end of this conversation, my goal is to have every hand raised in here. We're going to ask that question again at the end of this conversation. And not doing this alone. I'm going to be doing this with an amazing woman who is a professional in this space. You guys may have seen her on one of your favorite reality shows. Please welcome to the stage, Dr. Mimi. Hello, Dr. Mimi. Any seat you want. Whatever. You got a side?
Are you? Yes. This is good. Right?
Okay. All right. All right, y'all. So joining me right here is Dr. Mimi. Dr. Mimi, season 11, Married to Medicine. Mm-hmm. Correct? Yes. Wife and mother of 3 beautiful babies. Co-owner of a mental health center, which we'll talk about. I know you are a big autism advocate, stress advocate, postpartum pregnancy advocate as well, too. An author.
Yes.
Inner beauty, bringing the true beauty out of every woman.
Yes.
Girl, you are busy.
Yes, very busy.
You are very busy. But also Tennessee State University grad.
Yes, TSU, are you here? Tennessee State University.
And you went to school for chemistry.
Yes, I majored in chemistry and then graduated and went to medical school at Ohio University.
So talk to us, first of all, a little bit about, what your day-to-day is like amidst all of those things that we just named and how you manage to check in on yourself.
Well, first of all, thank you guys for having me. I am so excited. I have been to Essence as a small child, and now I am here, and this is just beautiful. I love being around just Black
Not only
excellence.
are you here, you were on the main stage.
Well, the Lord has favor.
Yeah, ain't God good?
All the time. So what does my day-to-day look like? Day-to-day looks different, and that is why I embrace pivots. Normally, I try my best to have slow mornings, but that always does not happen. But I always wake up in a sense of gratitude. I remember just reading what Oprah did daily, and she said, I journal what I'm grateful for. And so in the morning, I'm journaling my gratitudes. I am making sure that I am doing my devotion. I'm just pouring into myself. So I want to set the tone of my day, and I don't want anything to kind of hijack that. But then, of course, I got kids. Yes. I got a whole business. I got to help the people.
A husband.
I got a husband. So we just have a lot of hats to wear, but I want to make sure I'm wearing it well. I don't want it to wear me out.
I mean, but there are some days, if we're being honest, where wearing thin might be a thing for you, right? Mm-hmm. So how do you check in on yourself when you don't even have the energy to sit and journal or to even think about gratitude?
So the question is, like, where does the energy come? Well, if you don't have the energy to check in, and I think that you have to make time. Just as you would put a to-do list, you have to put yourself on your to-do list. And so it may not look like it every day, the same thing, but you're making sure that you are putting yourself on your on the list. And it can simply be, let me just sit down for one moment, have a cup of coffee, and just make sure that I am okay. Ask me, how are you doing, Mirica? How are you doing, Mimi? And sometimes it's not, oh, okay, I'm fine. I'm okay. No, I feel kind of like, not necessarily sad, but I feel convicted. Why? And so just making sure that I'm checking in just like I would check on a girlfriend.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, at what point, when you're checking in on Mimi and you're asking yourself those questions, like, when do you realize that stress has become something that's not just normal stress, mm-hmm. and it's something that can be taken a step farther? And what do you do in that scenario?
Yeah, so I tell my patients that you know yourself better than anybody else. So if you are even coming to my office or I'm seeing you online, I'm asking you, who are you? What do you like to do? And I want you to be able to sit down and just really think about that question. And so you know when you're not doing well. And if you don't necessarily know, like, okay, what is going on, your body's going to tell you.
Yes,
If you
Lord.
don't take care of yourself, the stress is gonna come out. So it can come out in any type of ways. It can come out with high blood pressure. It can come out as irritability. It can come out as, hey, I'm not really communicating right to my loved ones. And it just can come out as just anything, bowel problems. It's gonna come. So I really want, well, my goal in life is to have people to look at their mental health in a preventative way. Just as we go to the primary care doctor, like make sure that they are doing the screenings for your mental health. And so we don't need to always be with a psychiatrist or a therapist in crisis. We need to be with a therapist or a psychiatrist like just daily, and making sure we have that particular person and making sure that we are treating our mental health just as we are doing our primary or physical health.
When you say that we should be asking for these screenings on a daily, like how you just check up on yourself at like a regular doctor's office, what is it that you ask for? Like if I walk into a psychiatrist for the first time, or even my primary care doctor to get a recommendation for a psychiatrist or whatever, if I've never done this before, what do I say?
So, okay, so if you're going to your primary care doctor, they are supposed to ask you depression screening questions. And it's called a patient health questionnaire. Sometimes it's just 2 questions, and sometimes it's like 9 questions. They're asking you, hey, have you felt depressed in the last 2 weeks? Have you really not been able to do your day-to-day activities? And that is, I'm getting up, I'm making sure I'm doing my activities of daily living, showering, I'm eating right. How's your appetite? How is your sleep?
Right.
Sis, are you sleeping?
Yeah.
And they're asking you these questions, and they are doing that particular type of mental health screening. But if they don't do that, you ask for it. Say, hey, I haven't been feeling quite normal. I'm feeling a little off. And they should also ask you follow-up questions. What does that mean for you? Well, I don't necessarily get to sleep when I want to. I'm staying up. I got racing thoughts. I can't get my mind to rest. And they're like, okay, well, do you want to see somebody? Absolutely. And so that also is the hardest step for some of my patients, even asking that I want to see someone for my mental health. So also my goal in life is to break that stigma. Like everybody has mental health, good and bad. And so especially in our culture, we have to break that stigma that it is okay to see someone. It is okay to talk about your emotions. It is okay to have Jesus and therapy. So it is
Lord,
okay for us to
don't
do these
upset the
things.
people in here now. You just say, she didn't say, don't take it to the pulpit, take it to the doctor. Some of y'all gonna get up and
Yes.
walk out. That ain't what your grandma be telling you.
Take it to both. And so I really, really enjoy what I'm doing, because when I was, I guess, picking my profession, I really didn't see a lot of us in those particular areas of mental health. And when you want to see someone, sometimes you want to see someone that you can relate to.
Yes.
That gets your culture. That can talk to you in our way. And that really does matter.
I was going to ask, how much does that matter, right? Like finding someone. So if I'm a black woman, do I need to have a black woman psychiatrist or therapist? Or if I'm black, like,
How does that work?
How do we try the therapist on for size? Like, what's that process like?
I tell people therapy is like dating. So you may not get the right one at the first time.
But when you don't get the right one when you're dating,
You try again.
You do, but you're a little scorned. It's a little different.
Well, no, because if you look at it, all things are going to work for your favor. And so you get to this particular therapist or psychiatrist that you're not vibing with. You still have learned, okay, this is a communication style that I may not receive well from.
Right.
And so when I'm going to see that other psychiatrist or the therapist, I know exactly kind of what I'm looking for more now. And so you're just testing them out.
Got you. Okay.
And you're advocating for yourself. My patients sometimes come with a list of what they want to work with. And I said, thank you, give it to me because I need to know. And so we're just making sure that we're vibing, someone that you relate to, because you also have to be very vulnerable. These first initial sessions are hard. It's like debribing a wound. We got to get up in there. And that hurts.
It sounds like what you're talking about is like because when you talk about dating, there's dating and then there's dating with intention.
Yes.
And it sounds like someone, eventually you get to that point and your therapist journey where you're trying to find a therapist or the right psychiatrist, right? And your intention starts to develop because you understand what you want and you don't want.
Absolutely.
Is what I'm hearing.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Got you. Now, I have a question about intention, right? Because we all have family, we all have friends, and we love them dearly.
Mhm.
But how can we support the people around us without taking on their emotional load?
You be honest. You tell them, hey, well, you learn how to communicate honestly. So you tell them where you are, and you don't have to tell everybody your business. But if you know you're at a place or don't have the capacity to take that on, okay, what they're going through, you tell them, hey, I hear you. I want to, I appreciate you thinking that I'm a person that you can come to. However, at this time, let me direct you to where I think that you should go. We don't have to do all the things. As Black women, sometimes we want to carry everything, or we have just innately been taught that, or we've seen that. So we need to put it down. Put the
it
bags down.
Yeah.
We ain't got to carry everybody's stuff. Put your stuff down and let somebody who is maybe a trained professional and say, hey, I picked that up because I know how to do it. I know how to do it, and it doesn't weigh me down.
Erykah Badu's Bag Lady hits so different when you
Yes.
start to understand that. When you get to a
Yes.
certain point and you're tired of you're trying to figure out your own heaviness and battling with others as well. That
Yes.
song hit a little different.
And we have generational heaviness.
Yes.
And so we have to understand, and that's everybody. We have to understand that we are carrying a lot of things that we never picked up. We just kind of just got it, whether it's from our moms or from our grandparents,
Yes.
from just society or from like systemic pressures. So really sitting down, and that's why I'm an advocate for preventive mental health. You don't have to be in a crisis, but we also know that there are things that we have that we didn't pick up that we need to process.
Yes.
So go see someone and say, "Oh, I'm good right now."
Yes.
But how can I be better? How can I live the best quality of life that I deserve?
What's one thing, with all of your experience, that you wish people really understood about mental health and like taking care of yourself? Because I think it's very trendy right now to have the conversation, and but what's one thing that you feel like we're still missing the mark on that you wish people really understood?
Well, I touched on it a bit. It is about being preventative instead of being reactive. Just a short story, when I was going through my training, you have inpatient psychiatry and you have outpatient psychiatry. And when I was in the psychiatric units, I saw a lot of us. And then when I went to the outpatient psychiatrist doing my rotations, I didn't see a lot of us. And so that kind of just told me we perhaps are not seeing people until it is too late or we're in a crisis. So one thing I want people to take away from this is let's be preventative.
Yes.
Let's make sure that we're checking in on ourselves, and let's making sure that we have someone, a licensed professional that can help us. We don't have to do this alone. We're not supposed to do it alone. We thrive in connectivity. Look at where we are.
Yes.
This is connection. This is good. This is pouring into yourself. So kudos.
Let's talk about protecting your peace, right?
Yeah.
That is that's also a buzz thing right now, like protecting my peace and safe space. What's one thing that you think is a easy, like super easy thing that everybody here today can do to actually protect their peace?
You say no and set boundaries.
That's not the easiest thing.
Well, it's not. Well, saying the word no is an easy thing. Enforcing that boundary of no can be hard. But it starts with you saying, no, I can't do that right now. No, it's not in alignment with what I'm going forward right now. And so just saying no, and it is hard because it can come from family, it can come from our children, it can come from work, but you know where you are mentally and the capacity, and if you cannot take it on, it is okay. Does not mean that you will never take it on.
Right.
It's just not right now.
Yeah.
Not today. And let me direct you elsewhere. So saying no and enforcing that boundary.
And what about my last question to you? In today's time, right? Like we turn on the news,
Yeah.
and you feel From the
Pressure.
top of the segment when the news starts to the time the news ends, there's such a mix of emotions
Yeah.
for people all over the world
Mhm.
today in today's time. How does things externally like that, like news, media, music, like how do those things affect your mental health in ways that people don't even understand?
It greatly affects our mental health. I would tell my clients and my patients that we have to turn the news off. We cannot just have it on because it is going to jump on you. The pressures. We're in a today's society. There are a lot of um, just difficult situations and stressors that if you're a very empathetic person that you're going to take it on.
Yes.
And so set some time limits, set some boundaries for yourself. Hey, I want to know what's going on. I want to be informed, but I don't want that all that information to transform me.
Right.
And so saying no to yourself, setting that boundary or that time limit and saying I don't have the capacity to do that right now. And let's let's counteract that. So now we're going to put on something that pours into us and uplift us. So instead of the news outlet, or maybe I've watched it for 10 minutes, I'm going to now put on some music that really is uplifting. I'm now really going to call that girlfriend that I know that she pours out because she has that gifting.
Right.
So you're going to find things, and those are actually coping skills. So what serves you? And we know what don't serve us because we get that feeling.
You
It get up
know
in your
it.
chest.
Yeah.
So we know what doesn't serve us. And so recognize that, but also recognize what does serve you. So we're going to sleep. We're going to make sure we sleeping. We're going to make sure that we have a great diet.
Uh-huh.
We're going to make sure that we're moving our body.
Yes.
We're going to make sure that we're in connectivity. And so we're going to go back to what we may think, oh, that's kind of simple, but no, those are your core four.
Love it.
So you're going to sleep, you're going to exercise, you're going to eat right, and then we're going to stay connected.
The thing that sleep does for you, just being able to think through the rest of your week after you wake up,
Yeah.
miracles.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Dr. Mimi, thank you for
Thank
joining me in this
you.
conversation.
Yes.
Have y'all enjoyed this conversation?
you.
Now I'm gonna ask y'all the question I asked y'all in the beginning of this. Did y'all feel like this was a safe space? Dr. Mimi gave y'all some tips. Were we vulnerable up here? Alrighty, y'all. This is Essence Fest 2026. Dr. Mimi, thank you for all the work that you are doing. Make sure you guys go out and support her book. It is The Inner Beauty, bringing true beauty, bringing the true beauty out of every woman.
Yes.
And where can
thank
they
you.
purchase?
They can go online at innercommunityhealth.com. So
Yes.
it's INNER communityhealth.com. And it has all my information and also about the practice.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.